Hello, grade 9 students again. This is chapter 1, activity 3. During this chapter, we're going to determine the proper conditions for the normal functioning of the enzymes. Enzymes, they are agents of digestion. So what are the conditions needed for the proper functioning of the enzyme? Go to page 21. You have to interpret the results done on the experiments in paragraph 1. We have deduced the enzymatic property. After adding fresh saliva to cook the starch in tube A, the result is brick red precipitate with filling. This indicates the presence of reducing sugar obtained from the transformation of starch in the presence of fresh saliva, meaning that fresh saliva can work on starch and convert it into reducing sugar. While after fresh saliva to albumin in tube B, albumin is a protein, the result is violet color with violet, meaning that still have proteins and or polypeptides and not transformed by fresh saliva, meaning that fresh saliva, it doesn't work on the protein. So enzymatic property deduce here that every enzyme acts on a specific substrate. Enzymes in saliva, they can digest starch but not albumin. Document C, variable factor is the pH. For pepsin enzyme, pH equal 1 acidic. The speed of the reaction is minimum. As pH increases from 1 to 2, the speed increases from minimum to maximum. And as pH increases from 2 to 3.8, the speed decreases back to its minimum. What does this indicate? This indicates that an increase in pH stimulates an increase in the speed of the reaction, pepsin, up to a certain limit. While for fresh saliva amylase enzyme, which is present inside the saliva, pH equal 5, the speed of the reaction was minimum. As the speed increases from 5, and the pH increases from 5 to 6.5, approximately neutral, so the speed increases from minimum to maximum, and as such, pH increases from 6.5 to around 9, basic, the speed decreases back to its minimum. This indicates that pH increase in the pH stimulates an increase in the speed of the reaction up to a certain limit, and this limit is about here 6.5, approximately 7, which is neutral. For trypsin enzyme, for pH equals 6 acidic medium, the speed of the reaction is minimum. As pH increases from 6 to 8.5, which is basic, the speed increases to its maximum where it was minimum. And as pH increases from 8.5 to reach about 10, the speed decreases back to its minimum. So this indicates that the increase an increase in pH stimulates an increase in the speed of reaction of trypsin enzyme up to a certain limit, pH equal 8.5. So what you have to know here, the enzymatic property deduced, every enzyme needs a proper pH, every enzyme needs a specific substrate, the deduction from the first experiment. Document D, the variable factor here, temperature. So an increase in temperature stimulates an increase in the activity up to a certain limit, which is in the normal body 37. So above 37 or below it, 37, there is a problem in the function of an enzyme. Every enzyme needs a proper temperature. So we have three. Every enzyme needs a specific substrate. Every enzyme works on proper pH medium. Every enzyme needs a proper temperature. Optimal temperature is 37, since it is the normal temperature of the body. Inactive temperature is 0, since enzymes are inactive and this temperature activity is 0%. 60 degrees Celsius is the denaturation or the destruction in temperature, since enzymes are destroyed at this high temperature, so they can no more act. Activity is 0. The enzyme is inactive at cold temperature but is replaced at normal temperature, it becomes functional once again. If an enzyme is placed at very high temperature and then replaced at normal, it can't function since the enzyme is destroyed or denatured.